All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that tells his truth, and much respect to the Akim of David in his work, and also to the believers scattered across the four corners of the earth, the hopefully elect to USA. Shalom. So yeah, quick WW3 prophecy update, and what we see happen right now, man, is it's a marvelous thing to see as, the believers who have been gathering to this marvelous light or this truth by the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Shai. The Lord has showed us marvelous things as far as what's to come. And we're actually seeing them build up to these things as far as, the charagma, all right, the chip, WW3, all this stuff is in the scriptures. And the Lord, thought it meet to give us these mysteries in order to comfort us, man. Because the Lord said that he's going to allow, a remnant to escape all these things. WW3, the pestilence. And, there's nothing that's going to be able to stop that if the Lord sanctioned it, man. So this is why we rejoice when we see, talks about WW3. All right, NATO to put 300,000 troops on high alert in response to a Russia threat. These things make you jump for joy because we see that the prophecies are being fulfilled. All right, the Lord is getting these nations ready for WW3, which is the end all be all, man. All right. And also you got Biden, who announces permanent U.S. military base in Poland. This is America's first on NATO east flank. So the first permanent base America is going to put over on the east flank, and that's in Poland. So the Lord is the one that's moving the pieces, all right, working on the minds of these kings, all right, to allow niggas like Biden to sign these legislations and these, decrees or whatever to allow this to happen. So this is, like I was saying before, it's for the elect's sake, man, and that's what you must understand. Prove that. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 15 and verse 20, where it says, "Behold, said Yahweh Bashem Shai, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun." All right, the sun rises in the east. It says from the south and from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another. And that's what you see happening right now. All right, World War III is being prepared by Yahweh Bashem Shai. It says, and repay the things that they have done to them. See? It says, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right, so the Lord is setting these nations up to destroy themselves simply because of what they have done to the children of Israel. When you read the book of Psalm 83rd chapter, it speaks about Esau and these other nations who have conspired to cut us off from being a nation. And this has always been their goal, man. So the Lord is setting them up, and they don't even know it. All right. So this right here in verse 20 lines up with I think Revelation the 16th chapter. Let's get it real quick. Now Revelation 16 in verse 12, where it says, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And when you go into that research and you look at the river Euphrates, you'll find out that this place or that river is literally drying up, man. It's literally drying up. So the words of Yahweh Bashem Shai, man, as you get in the book of Isaiah 55 and 11, it's not going to come back void. So whatever he says is going to happen, is going to happen. And he's speaking these words through the prophets. So let's check this out real quick, this 2-minute clip.
From satellite image, it shows clearly that the Euphrates River is extremely drying up. The Euphrates River is the longest and the most important river in the Middle East. Originating in Turkey, the Euphrates flows through Syria and Iraq to join the Tigris in the Shat al-Arab, which empties into the Persian Gulf. Since the last 2 decades, the Euphrates is continuously drying up. Strangled by the water policies of Iraq's neighbors, Turkey and Syria, 3 years severe drought, and years of misuse by Iraq and its farmers, the river is significantly smaller than it was just a few years ago. Some officials worry that it could soon be a country with no river. The shrinking of the Euphrates, a river so crucial to the birth of civilization that the book of Revelation prophesied its drying up as a sign of the end times, has decimated farms along its banks, has left fishermen impoverished, and has depleted riverside towns as farmers flee to the cities looking for work. Though it once was susceptible to regional flooding, numerous dams have been built along the Euphrates in the past 50 years which now regulate its water flow. The drying up of Euphrates, Syria's longest river, is raising concerns as the demise of the water body could lead to a humanitarian disaster in the country. Iraq is battling its worst drought in decades. Lack of rainfall and poor resource management has left communities that depend on the Tigris and Euphrates rivers devoid of the water they need to survive. In Islam, some of the hadiths of the Prophet Muhammad suggest that the Euphrates will dry up, revealing unknown treasures that will be the cause of strife and war. The drying up of Euphrates River also raised concern among Christian community. In the Holy Bible, Revelation chapter 16 verse 12 says, "And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared." The drying up of Middle East is not a prophecy anymore. It is not a prediction. It is a fact that is happening. 5 largest lakes in the Middle East are already drying up. Rising temperature and mismanagement are contributing to water insecurity and could lead to environmental crises.
Yeah, so you can't make that up. You cannot make that up, man. All right, yeah, about Shemashah, like I said before, his words are not going to come back void. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. Isaiah 55 and verse 11 says, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void." So the Lord said that the river Euphrates was going to be dried up. Well, goddamn it, it's going to be dried up. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. And these words are being spoken by the prophets, man. All right? As the Lord said, you know, as he gave authority to Jeremiah, where he has given the authority to his prophets today. All right, they come in the same spirit. All right? Now, Jeremiah 1 and verse 9 says, "Then the Lord Yahweh Bashimashah put forth his hand and touched my mouth. The hand of the Lord is Yahweh. And the Lord said unto me, Behold, I put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant." So ultimately, it's the words of Yahweh Bashimashah spoken by the prophets that is causing all of this to happen. That's why this word is power. When you get the book of Ecclesiastes, the 8th chapter, around the 4th verse. Let me see, I just grab it real quick. Ecclesiastes 8 and 4, it says, "Where the word of a king is, there is power." You see? "And who may say unto him, What doest thou?" Because this is the decree from Yahweh Shemel Shai. His word is going to stand. All right? So, the Lord is beautifully setting up these nations to be judged for what they have done unto the children of Israel, man. All right? Joel 3, judgment against enemy nations. "For behold, in those days and in that time," talking about now, "when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." Okay, the southern and the northern kingdom. I forgot the exact chapter, but it says that we were oppressed together. So verse 2 says, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat and will plead with them there." Plead means to judge. All right, he's going to fight with these nations there in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. It says, "For my people and for my heritage Israel." So we see that this is for the Israelites, "whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." Okay, and we're going to skip down to verse 9. It says, "Proclaim this ye." It's like proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Okay, that's what we see happen right now. Prepare war, man. All right. You got 300,000 troops on high alert in response to the Russian threat. You know, getting ready for World War III, the war of Armageddon. It says, verse 9 again, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, and wake up the mighty men, or let all the men of war draw near, and let them come up. It says, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, I'm strong. All right? So the Lord is saying, put down your working utensils and pick up a weapon. All right? And get ready for war. Let the weak say, I'm strong. You get all these nations with nuclear capabilities that are strong now. All right? That's why they're going to shoot missiles at America. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down. That's talking about the angels. It says, O Lord Yahweh Shemashah, so let the heathen be wakened and come to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. All right, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. All right, the harvest is the end of the world. Just come and get you down, for the press is full, the fast overflow, for the wickedness is great. So the time of wickedness has pretty much come into its height, and now it's time for it to be reaped up. Right, the Lord's gonna come up and destroy all these nations, for the sake of the Israelites. Okay, so 14, multitudes and multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is near in the valley of decision. See that? So we here, man, as you get in Revelation. All right, this is the reward to end all wars. Revelation 11 and verse 14 said the second woe is past. This is speaking about World War II. It says, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. All right, so World War III is coming quickly, man. All right, this is the end all be all, done for the sake of the Israelites. All right, Yahushua first, and then the elect. So beautiful times we're living in. We just got to stay prayed up and stay in line. Right, and the Lord will do the rest, man. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified.